That today, for some reason, we're kind of having a problem with IBM getting hold of it. So if you go into week one, right, you can actually go ahead and bring up the IBM process by just going and getting started for Cloud for Enterprise. And what ends up happening, and this is really kind of interesting because we can actually bring this into a cloud computing viewpoint, right? We have a connection failed. Now, what's interesting is that the site administrator should also check the config.php file. So this really makes some really interesting kinds of information about what is going on with this. And from a cloud computing viewpoint, if I saw that the database is overloaded or otherwise not running properly, then we forgot to scale, right? We forgot to actually scale out all the things that we need to scale out on. If we have a problem with how the thing was configured, I would lay odds that we had some kind of update last night because it was working yesterday, and no one went through and made sure everything worked right. So going back through when you're working on a project and doing the quality assurance part of it and making sure that you're rolling all the things in that you need to roll, that you've really got all the things in place that you need to have. So this is really common in the cloud, especially when you're working with componentized software and systems. One small change can literally blow out an entire system. So this is kind of where we are today with this. We have a couple of symptoms here. We have not otherwise overloaded or not running properly, or config.php. It's interesting because they kind of give us a tool ID. So it's 59. So that doesn't give us anything that we can really work with in terms of how that, where I can go with this. I really don't want to bring up the config.php file. At least I shouldn't be able to. But it is kind of interesting that we have these issues. And actually, let's go ahead and try that. I shouldn't be able to. We definitely wouldn't want to have that open. Config.php. I should get an error. Yeah, I get an absolute error on that. That it shouldn't be publicly available. So at least we're passing that part of QA. So if you're trying to get into IBM today, just give it a little bit of time. I've gone ahead. I'll do a trouble ticket here in a minute on it. But I just kind of wanted to let you know that when you're working in the cloud and you see things like this, you have three possible answers here. It's overloaded, not running. And I would probably kind of think IBM would scale a little bit better than this, right? That's probably not the issue. The issue is probably someone popped out a config.php file or something bad happened on a rollout or an update. And that's how I would troubleshoot this. So that's the first place I would go, is go and check and see, hey, what's going on here with this config.php file? Did something happen, some rollout, some update happen, and they did it overnight and something weird happened along the way? Because this is not uncommon in the cloud space. So just kind of wanted to give you that heads up, but what a great opportunity to kind of sit back and go, hey, let's diagnose this. What are your thoughts on this? Go ahead and let me know in the comments. Talk to you later.